When I see these like articles from the left like crying about Russia and what they're doing, I'm like, based. Why can't we do this in America? It'd be very great. We'd remove all of the blue hairs who control literature here. If you don't know how bad it is, I don't know if you've been to a bookstore lately, but like if you just walk into a bookstore, it's just like this weird CalArts art covers on everything. And it's every book is like her gay black lesbian romance. Like if it's fantasy, it's a gay black lesbian fantasy romance. If it's modern, it's gay modern fantasy black lesbian romance. It's like that's all they publish and that's all they put out these days. It's so painful to try to go to a bookstore and just try to find a book. I tried to find a book for like my 11-year-old son to read. It was like I can't find anything. There's nothing. And that's just what's happened here. So what's happened is really, as much as this says Russia's declared war on literature, look at what's happening and be warned by this creepy white woman right here. In fact, white women in America have declared war on literature, and they turned everything into this like romantasy smut that's everywhere, and there's nothing else being published whatsoever. So this is the truth. This is what's happening. There's nothing for men in literature in at all, or for boys or anything. They've destroyed everything they've touched in the publishing industry. And it's because these crazy white women control 90% of the publishing industry all the way in every single genre, and they pick what's being published, right? And there's been a lot of talk out there. We've shown a lot of videos about men who just have gone through and they said they can't get published because they're a white male. That's where it is these days. And that's all they publish is these LGBTQ plus themes, right? And so here's what they're saying on this. So please hit the like and subscribe button as we cover all things in, of course, the book publishing world. This is your real fantasy news and the like. If you want something a little different, this will never be in a bookstore. Justified Saga of the Nano Templar is about crusading in space. It's a lot of fun. It's amazing. You're going to really love this. It's tons of action-packed entertainment with some good messaging, too. So check it out. It's in the description below. It's available on ebook, print, and audio, and I really appreciate you guys for supporting our channel and supporting our art on this. Also, make sure to sign up for my newsletter so I don't lose you. Never know if the algorithm's going to find you again, and I give you 3 free books for signing up. Those are some great places to support our channel, and thanks for being here. You're going to love this book. All right. So books on LGBTQ plus or Ukraine are Moscow's target this time, as are elsewhere. Self-censorship is amplifying the oppressor's work. Dun, dun, dun. Manuscripts don't burn. The protagonist of Mikhail Bergolov's novel, The Master and Margarita. Oh, boy. This is literature, guys. This, sympathy for the devil. Oh, boy. Some things shouldn't be published, my friends, and this is one of them. This is Maxim voiced by Satan in reference to the Master's destroyed opus. Having it restored, the devil punishes the man who tipped the police about illegal literature, but kept in the Master's flat so that there's a move there himself. He didn't have to make this up surrounded by snitches. He managed to survive the Great Terror of the 1930s, as did his book, which he worked on until his death in 1940, was published and uncensored in the USSR in 1973. Oh, boy. In the 90s, censorship was lifted, and things went crazy over there, as it did here, and things went absolutely off the wall to where, of course, the only people censored now are white males and conservatives and Christians. You can't get anything published from these companies. Then they've become dire since 2022. Russia invaded Ukraine and criminalized LGBT propaganda. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Another bill was passed outlawing international LGBT public movement. That's a good thing. Again, I don't see anything wrong with this. Earlier this year, Russian police made a list of 48 titles, raided bookshops, ordered the staff to remove copies of the books on the list. The administrative proceedings were launched, fines issued. 3 of them, of course, for these largest publishing corporations, were charged with organizing activities of an extremist organization that is distributing LGBTQ+, the plus is for pedophile, themed books. They remained under house arrest and faced up to 12 years in prison. One of the books, as evidence in this case, is Pioneer Summer, a best-selling novel, of course, which is published. All the banned books are best-selling novels. Oh, my gosh, look at this degeneracy. Terrible. And so this is 2 women fantasizing about 2 men, right? It's just their degeneracy, right? Over the past 3 years, it's provoked outrage among politicians. Everybody books that discuss homosexuality even hardly in an extremist way. This is what they always do. This is all nice stuff. Despite being anything but steamy, it's teenage protagonists, so it's underage. Yep. They never go beyond kissing. Holy crap. I mean, look at where they're at these days. Disgusting stuff. This is what they're trying to push on teenagers and kids. And this is exactly why it should be banned. They're doing a beautiful thing in Moscow. And this is the type of thing that shouldn't be allowed in America. And unfortunately, we're just so permissive and so, just happy to push this leftist narrative out there that's why all of entertainment's turned to this stuff. That's why you can't even keep your kids away from this stuff at this point. You got your 10-year-old and they go to their school library and they see this genderqueer book, pretty much thrown in there, despite the author saying it's not appropriate for kids. They fight for it to be in school libraries out here. They fight for this stuff to be in there. And this is what they want to do. It's all about grooming little children into these lifestyles with these books, with comics, with movies, with video games. And that's what the leftist agenda has been this entire time all the way through. And so this is, as they're going, self-censorship is a convenient way to busy law enforcers. It was widely believed authorities in this country don't read books, Victoria said. Oh, thanks, Victoria. Whether they've become an avid attention readers is unclear. Their decision to ban Leslie Kern's Feminist City, a study of urbanism, might be explained by their knee-jerk tendency to ascribe LGBTQ plus connotations to the word feminism. Now, feminism's cancer as well. Again, these are all just like leftist political indoctrinations that are out there, and people do get indoctrinated from them. That's where it's like, I did my video earlier this morning about you're watching these influencers defend leftist video games against a leftist organization because they want a virtue signal. And this is what the right needs to stop doing, is stop virtue signaling to the left that, we want to allow your stuff too. We'll just compete in the realm of ideas. Because what happens is the left is not playing by those rules. The left is just going to say, we're just going to take over the publishing industry and do this. In fact, all this anti-family stuff that's in America now was actually coming from the Communist Party from Russia, imported over here intentionally to try to destroy the American family and to try to destroy America's culture. That's what it's all about, in the name of communism, so that they could bring the United States down. That's what ended up with this social justice revolution over here. That's their tactics. That's what they do. And it's not compete fairly at this point. Like I said, this is never going to get into a bookstore, despite the fact that, look, it's sold. It's got high ratings. It's got high reviews. It sold thousands and thousands of copies, which is more than a lot of the sci-fi and fantasy stuff that gets published these days does. Doesn't matter. No publisher ever came to me. No agent came to me or anything like that, because they're scared of this kind of content. They don't want this content out there. It's about politically manipulating things. So that's what the left's doing. So if we don't get smart and try to just go, no, this stuff's just not acceptable. No, we cannot push this stuff out there. It's going to just permeate and trickle through everything as it's done right now. And this is again the global culture war that's going on that people are pretending is done or out or whatever. It looks like Russia's the only one that's actually trying to just end these things and end the culture war for real by taking some measures against it. So pretty based Russia getting rid of this stuff when our schools can't. Our schools are still pushing this on our children even today. There's some states that have done something about it, but across the nation, we still have all this stuff going on. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back soon, and check out Justified on Amazon. It's in the description below.